Okay. It's 11:02 a.m. on the 27th of May. I wanted to show you in simple terms as quickly as I can how stupid this idea of something called A.I. artificial intelligence. I wanted to show you exactly how stupid it really is. Uh, all this fear mongering and these clowns promoting lies on the radio. And the only way I can do that is to show you. Okay? You ain't got to worry about a machine doing nothing except what the hell an idiot tells it to do. And what we know is the people use the radios today to create fake information for profit by exploiting veterans and children and people that are considered stupid, i.e., those idiots in them fake banks and them idiots in the fake governments and the idiots in the fake companies. And the reason it matters is I want you to look at what I'm showing you here. I typed in the words veteran being abused for profit. I went as the title, and then I went and I did a search, and I found an article that was published in November 24, 2017, written by the editorial board of the New York Times. And I copied one or two of the paragraphs out of there, and I pasted it back into the AI script that's running on one of my private domains. And I told it to generate 2 sections, and I told it to generate some content. And then, of course, it did that, right? And I'm going to copy and paste the original text to it into a post because I told it to generate an excerpt. Now, check it out. It went in and it did what I told it to do. Okay? And of course, I already did a recording on it, but because this radio is compromised and I got bastards listening to everything I do, as soon as I started raising hell about it on the microphone, that wasn't even enabled in my first attempt to record this script for you. I wanted you to see what it says. Okay? This is the danger of artificial intelligence, and the way that it needs to be stopped is the Signal Corps in the respective countries, the G20 purview, needs to tell these so-called corporate clowns, and I'm going to call you out, Jordy Meow, whatever. I just know you a man that's trying to make money making a computer to do stuff, and it just ain't nothing that is relevant to anything other than exploitation of people. So look at what you're seeing here. Hooray for exploitation, the profit of abuse of veterans. This is the truth that actually should be on the radio because that's what the database says if you understand how AI functions. And it doesn't function the way that they tell you it functions because what's going on is they're using these machines that don't do anything other than what they're told to do by the clowns that are supposedly expert programmers. So once again, I'm continuing to show you why the hype of idiots like Musk and some of these so-called IT elite. Got to remember, I'm supposed to be able to broadcast globally as a Signal Corps officer, and hell, don't none of them listen to me, but I think it's important that the veterans see what I'm talking about, and that the so-called lawmakers, I mean, I don't know, I just think it's wrong. But I think this is absolutely the truth. So I'm going to publish this post that was generated by AI. It won't let me generate an excerpt, so you got to think about what it just did here. It generated the article. Excuse me. It generated the article based on veterans being abused and two paragraphs from a New York Times article. And then I think it was this one right here is what I had posted. If you want the truth, I believe this is what we had pasted in there. And it's what it's doing. It's telling you the truth of what's actually going on. But once you generate the excerpt from it, something decided to tell it that this goes against ethical standards. Well, if it was against ethical standards, why in the hell did it generate the truth? Okay? And people will say it's got something to do with it's a new technology and new that. I don't believe that at all. I believe that the United States military and the rest of the militaries of G20 purview, I believe they ought to put a stop to this damn dishonesty right now. That's the end of my 6-minute screed. Stay tuned. We got more coming from you and to you. I'm irritated. This machine's telling the truth, but yet it ain't intelligent. It's just relying on polling data and statistics. And they're cooking the books. They've been cooking the books so long they think they're entitled to. Once again, I believe this is the best example of why there should be immediate intervention by so-called lawmakers that apparently are being exploited by their own staff members. I don't know what that means either, but that is the word of the day we all live in. These swamp rats and these clowns that make money from reverse engineering stolen military technology, this would be another example of why we need to get control over the use of something called AI. And to these people that are trying to do their so-called programming and stuff, you ain't got no right to use real-world cases on experimental stuff like this. That would be all I know.